Oh, I think I shared some specific examples and stories where the PhD project had a significant role in my PhD experience already. So I move on to the next question, which is how would you characterize your overall PhD experience at Fisher, including the college's affiliation with the PhD project? So I would say my overall experience at Fisher, I think it was a very good experience. It was tough. It was not easy. Um, but what I do like about the program at Ohio State is that they are very clear about what it is they are preparing you for, and they're preparing you for a career in research. And so um, the objective here is to groom you for that type of work. I think as a PhD student, the folks that become most important to you are your committee members. And I found that I had very supportive committee members at Ohio State, and you are exposed to scholars who are able to truly, who are at the clear about their areas of expertise and are really able to help you then figure out what it is you want to do because you're able to get a clear sense of different areas within fields that exist. And so that being able to have that clear sense helps you to also resonate or kind of not resonate with that area and help you find your way in creating your own research identity. Um, I think also too, over the course of my program, there were changes that were made to the program to try to align more the activities of the program with the mission of preparing students for research. And so um, I think the fact that the program coordinators in a school take an active role in thinking about who they're letting into the program, the number of students they're letting into the program, and whether or not they are creating the type of uh, the requests and requirements that they have put in place for the incoming PhD students are aligned with, making them successful. I think that type of thought process that goes into the program is useful. I know that there are programs where there isn't as much, cohesiveness around the objective of the PhD program, and I think that causes the program and the students in that program to suffer. But I don't think that occurs at Ohio State, and I think that's part that I have a very clear sense of, each year what was expected of you and what you should be thinking about in those years. And so that kind of helped to minimize ambiguity over time. The more cohesive the program became over time. So I would say it was very difficult. There were times where I thought, how am I going to make it through this? Maybe when I, needed to retake my comprehensive exams, it was a very difficult time for me. But I really felt supported when I decided to have my second child during the program. It wasn't as big a deal as I thought it would be. I was very nervous, but my advisor, I think, was very supportive and let me know that I can have my child and also have my PhD. And I took about 8 months off and was able to come back and keep moving through the program, and I moved through the program successfully. Um, in terms of the college's affiliation with the PhD project, um, I think the relationship could be strengthened between the Ohio State and the PhD project. But what is good is that you had Charlie and myself, and we knew each other through the project. So by default, there was some type of relationship there. And Charlie served as the president or VP of the PhD project, and I was the secretary of the Management Doctoral Students Association. So the folks, the students who are part of the PhD project's Management Doctoral Students Association were very active members in the PhD project. Also, too, it's important that the Ohio State continues to have a presence at the PhD project events, like, at the November conference, having a booth there, um, and, having representatives there to teach them about the opportunities at Ohio State. I served as a representative, a booth representative, going to the PhD Project November conference as a recruiter. But I'd like to see, um, you know, I think it was kind of newly kind of understanding the benefits that this Ohio State is still yet to really capitalize on the benefits of being tied to the PhD project. Because in order to get to the November conference, um, those applicants have to cross a certain hurdle. You don't automatically get accepted in. You have to submit an application, do write a statement of purpose, etc. And so they are actually a screening process. And so the candidates that are selected to attend the November conference are quality candidates. And so it really is a great place for recruiting and targeting minority students. So I think the relationship is there. It exists in terms of the funding for being part of the PhD project, but I think Ohio State can, do a better job capitalizing on it as a recruiting pipeline. I think you can get many more applicants by working with the organization.